What's up, Army? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
안녕, 로입니다.
And I'm Curtis.
Y'all know the vibes. Y'all seen the picture. Y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all know why y'all here.
Tay-Day.
Snow Flower. V of BTS. It's Tay-Day. V-Day. How you feeling?
V is for victory. V is for visual.
I feel bad, Joe. Do you know last Tay-Day and shit, I had bought you all the Jones over there and shit like that.
Oh, don't worry. I got some new collection just dropped.
So no one yet, so it might be other group members. So or another group. So
No,
he switched up.
It's
nah.
You know, it's him and Hope first.
Nah, I felt bad when I was rethinking about that. V's decent, man.
What you felt bad for?
No, just because I felt like I should have had some more Tay stuff or whatever, or something should have been done for Tay.
You came in here on Christmas by yourself. On Christmas
It still wasn't enough for Tay.
I'm enough for Tay. Don't worry. I'm enough for Tay.
It's Redeemer right now. That's like,
Yeah, right, bitch.
yeah, bitch. I'll cut that fucking beanie.
I hit you with my fucking car too.
Future Nick.
Oh no, keep this in.
Keep all it.
Keep this in.
Snow Flower. Have you listened to this shit? Okay, then I haven't listened to this at all. Neither.
Featuring Peakboy?
Yeah. I'm assuming this is gonna be something that's a ballad that's emotional, and it's gonna pull at the heartstrings of Army and people who are even non-Army.
Even just the fact that, like, it seems like a lot of, I mean, from Winter Bear, Snow Flower, and, like, maybe, I'm not saying that it ties into his birthday.
Oh, he's a winter baby.
He does. He's a Capricorn.
Here's just a winter baby.
So am I.
Yeah. You know the cat life.
Yes, I do. But it's, there's just something, like, he does seem like he has, like, this like winter kind of songs feel. And we said this on a previous track, but whenever it's, like, cold, and kind of you feel like, you know, symbolically there's like a death at the end of something for spring to have its rebirth. Mm-hmm. I just feel like the somberness and kind of ballads play so well into winter that it just, I don't know why, but it just, his voice aids that so well. And likewise the subject matter of winter, so it feels like it's like a pair made in heaven almost.
The title is just a snow flower.
Well, I already talked about it. Most of the BTS
almost a visual or literal oxymoron
Almost.
Yeah.
Outside of Junie and Cookie, everybody else is born in like the dark months of the year. Mm-hmm. So from fall to winter or whatever like that. So you're gonna get a lot of that kind of heavy, wintry type emotion and stuff like that. Is definitely expected. Ironically though, V, in my opinion, is like the warmest member of the group too. He has like such a gregarious nature. If I'm not mistaken, he's a Cap Sun, but he's a Leo Moon. So. As well, I'm a Leo Moon as well. So, you know my energy is warm. It's like
when we saw him on In the Soup, bugging Cookie for food.
Yeah, you know? That's very kingly.
No,
like,
but I would say
that
was so endearing and sweet, honestly.
No, my man literally just woke up and was just like,
he's like, Jen, please.
He's
make
like,
me
yo,
food. Jen's like, I'm playing the game.
Yeah, in the middle of the game.
And he's like, Cookie.
Yeah,
that was, I don't know, that was just so warm and like just, I don't know, that was really sweet.
Yeah, if you're not subscribed to the channel at this point, I don't know what you're doing. Also, make sure you guys jump on the Patreon for exclusive V-Day drip. It's going to be a lot of V content on there. We're going to be spoiling you guys like on there and on YouTube. But yeah, no long talk. We can jump into this. I did a lot of comparisons too with V when I was by myself, just basically just talking to the Redeemers and shit. Mm-hmm. I don't think we've never like said this either to each other or not. I think I compared him to Barry White. And I don't think we've never like kind
compared
of
anyone to Barry White.
Yeah,
he definitely reminds me of like an older, like a
old
jazz singer, more so like a
And I know his love of jazz.
Yeah,
because I think Redeemers was somebody was talking to me about hoping to get like a jazz cut of like, you know, some songs that he wanted to do.
He was learning to play the trumpet,
right? When we was in the Soup. Yeah. And then before you came out, we was talking about the whole. We heard basically he threw away more than half his album.
Oh yeah,
that's a relatively recent development, if I'm not mistaken.
Which I'm a perfectionist too, but like I said, RM had that whole conversation.
Oh no, y'all don't get this music.
It's
Y'all gonna get this album. Motherfuckers out here dropping albums, winning, performing all by themselves and everything.
And
I'm
I trust.
I'm a perfectionist too, but I'm pretty damn good and trust myself.
That's what I was about to say. I trust Tay enough to where it's like, bro, if you had some fire, just drop that shit. Like it's no one's gonna judge you, especially depending on like what it is. If it's your first EP or your first album,
I think that's
cool.
the part where you gotta be self-aware and realize, like, no matter what, no, I'm not.
You only gonna get better, like, too.
No, I wasn't even gonna go there, but
oh, okay.
no matter what you drop,
yeah. Oh, you're hilarious.
You might as well test
the water. Like, he could be on the check like 100 million views. That shit like
drop like a 6-pack, to test the waters and see what people's feeling. Not being serious. Drop like a 6 or 7 song John. Mm-hmm. It ain't like it has to be long. Hopey John was less than a half hour. Yeah, and I can't wait till we do our list because I got mine ready already.
Yeah, so. we do too. Also, what I wanted to say too about V, and I think I had said this like when I was by myself, that I already know how talented you are. So at this point, I really want to know what story you're gonna convey. Like RM kind of already knew when he did Indigo that he was giving you his 20s going into his 30s.
So it's gave you like his mental state and his state,
what was going on, and really the whole Pandora's box thing. And I told you even little stuff on there, not to run on a tangent, just the whole it's hope in that box as well too. I thought it was enlightening.
It's at the bottom. Of the box.
At the bottom of the box.
You literally have to sift through the despair and the darkness to find the light. Literally light at the end of the tunnel.
What if I had no house?
Yeah, I was banging that yesterday.
I was like, what if I have no hope? I don't know, J-Hope.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have I got the hope for you. I got the hope for you.
All that to say, I always wonder what we were gonna get from V. Was he gonna talk more about his grandmom? Before even what was that? The BU? Was he talking about a sister or like quote unquote like what I mean with the whole BU stuff and everything too?
The beginning of it with I Need You, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I just want to hear V's story.
Personally, I don't even if he doesn't, because I think that's what the greatest albums are. Either this, a collection of bangers, a collection of hits, like I was just feeling this and we vibed out,
and that's cool too.
No, and that's what I'm saying. So sometimes you don't necessarily get a story. You just get here's artistry. Here's like a collection of songs that I could do different styles. You see me killing and everything like that. Maybe the story part will take longer to kind of do, and it's more of a thing for him. That could probably be like his second project or something like that. Like I said, just something to get your artistry out there. A collection of songs just for you. Like I said,
I think my thought process low was since he threw half of it away, I'm assuming this isn't just a collection of turnips.
Well, it doesn't have to be a collection of turn-ups. Like
a
collection of,
but I'm just saying
just
I would assume this more of a concept.
Thriller is a collection of songs by, most stands. The one theme is maybe like Paranoia.
I was about to say, somehow people got a theme with it.
They said Paranoia because of like some of the, people hating on him or people just hating and talking mess or conflict. And then you got, like I said, the greatest pop song ever is about a groupie trying to frame him with a baby. So pretty dark stuff.
What I'll say is when some shit is hot, people gonna reach anyway.
Exactly.
So if your shit
told me what you do.
If your shit hot, people gonna be like, no, he's talking about the injustices that's going on in the world, and you be like, I just put some shit. Could you good?
I good.
Let's jump in the Snow Flower. Have a conversation.
They told him, don't you ever go
keep doing what y'all doing, Mike, because this shit up. This nigga mad and I like it.
This nigga crazy.
Guitar.
P-Dog, you a fool for this one? I don't even know who
Hey, snow is coming today. 뭐 준비하면 돼? 널 반길 준비는 okay. 회색 canvas 위에 fallen. 네가 덮어주면 돼. 세상을 내게 줄게. 차가운 계절 속에 내가 오는 건 event. Christmas without you, it just not be Christmas at all. Promise her there's above us, it's just you and me. Oh, 세상이 하얗고 달라 우리의 시간을 더욱 특별하게 멈춰진 시간들 속에서 슬픈 네 미소에 꽃이 내려지길.
Fuck, it's not on Apple Music.
아름답게 세상이 하얗게 물들 때 빛바랜 구석들을 놓아 번질게. 오랜 여기저기 하얀 천사들이 많잖아. 숨은 크게 쉬고 널 닮은 저 꽃들을 봐.
That's a nice switch up too.
내 옆에 따뜻한 온기를 느껴줘. 차디찬 내 고운 손으로 날 잡아줘. 널 계속 지켜줄게. 평생 너와 하얀 눈을 같이 맞출게. Did you see the snow? Like your eyes. 너와 따뜻한 선물을 가져갈게. 끝과 같이 계절이 올 때마다 Fall in love. I'm just feeling 내 곁에 있어줘. 너와 발을
His inflections are crazy.
Breathy V. Only one thing make niggas want to be a better man.
Two things.
He got one of them.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Like this would be V solo where he playing the trumpet himself.
Hell yeah. I imagine him on like a stage with his, the show light, the black suit and everything.
Those really the vibes we give. He really like a performance ass kind of like dude. I feel like where it's just gonna be like a live band.
Yeah, he feels very much like Motown kind of, like I said, like the '60s era of those like Motown vibes where like you just got a simple guitar, a live drummer, and everything like that. Maybe a little keyboard going on in the background and everything.
That we did this comparison before. I was like his voice and everything. He reminded me of like Maxwell. To me, especially with certain songs. I don't know why I got like a lot of Maxwell songs in my head that I be wanting V to cover.
Yeah, what's funny enough, I do too. Ascension is like one of the songs.
Ascension
that's my favorite Maxwell song, and I'm like, V would actually kill this.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's just that, but I don't know why. Like I kin his voice a little bit.
Damn, and actually is another Maxwell song. So
yeah, so like I said, I had some V points that I never ever brought up.
Because I got a playlist of K covers that I would like people to hear.
To hear people
like
to hear.
Boom boom.
Baby, that's a fire joint too and shit.
That's drink it.
Yeah. Okay. Nah, but I don't know why like V got like a lullaby voice too. I feel like he can lull you. I forget what I said. I said I feel like he could be at the hospital and she just putting babies to sleep. But I like this a lot, man. This was chilling. What was one named Peakboy?
Yeah.
He has such a good change of pace for the track. I felt like it just kind of like aided everything that was going on. The harmonies that like V was doing and the intercuts on Peakboy's you're funny. On Peakboy's verse was like decent. Breathy V.
Yeah.
Falsetto-y. A different register. I like it a lot. I'm here for it, man. I think we had this conversation literally on everybody's birthday about how we thought the member was this one way, and then we found a plethora of songs and some stuff, and it changed everything about said
I'll be
artist.
transparent. I was thrown off from V and during our first reactions because at first his Dynamite look threw me off.
Oh,
I
you
told you, I don't know why.
Which look, the
V with-
grandmom look or the you know what look I'm talking about?
I like the Gucci one, the one that's on the Funko
the
Pop.
Gucci joint is fire.
Yeah.
That was my favorite Dynamite look. The bank teller
Was it
green.
Dynamite? What was it? I don't think it was Dynamite. Actually, no, Butter V, surprisingly, and I got the Funko Pop coming.
Oh, you said you didn't like it?
The comb back kind of threw me out. I was like, he seems like he probably an asshole or something. That was initially, and then
I thought he had the cleanest suit on. I like the gym suit too, but that orange was a little different
I
and
actually
shit.
like Chim's suit better that time.
Yeah, okay.
But that orange suit with the black comb back, I don't know why that didn't hit for me. Like as far as like the visual or whatever like that.
And it's crazy because he gave an Usher bar too. I'm like, that's a double low. Like this should have been
Oh, yeah,
double.
I was like-
a double hit out the park. For
Oh,
you.
I said the motherfucker's good looking. I'm like his voice is cool too. But that had like is like biasing, you know, whatever. Because he was my actually I think V might be my only visual bias. No, J Hope is too. So they both are visual, vocal, you know, and obviously Hobie rap too. I just love J Hope as a spirit. But V is like my lower nature, like my persona, like going outside, you know, when I'm feeling super swagger and everything like that. J Hope is like me, my higher nature and everything like that.
I don't
Just
think
kinda how I operate as a person.
I don't think I've ever talked about it on the channel. V was very much this close to being my bias when I first found BTS.
Smooth shade style.
I said that on Spring Day as well.
He was very much. Do y'all know?
We should react to his Spring Day demo too.
You can't. We got a lot of. Okay, we'll talk.
I got time.
Yeah. Stigma and Singularity were the first tracks from solo stuff that I ever listened to. So those were like the first solo joints. Like I said, when I first jumped back into the stuff with Dynamite, the whole him kind of when he do that walkout and roll his sleeves up and shit like that, like he kind of just wrecked me. So early on,
It's the end of the video though.
the shades, yeah. Then I thought that was cool too and shit like that. So I was like,
He made
they,
Kango look good. in
I was like, they
2020.
not. I was like, they wouldn't just have anybody do it. But see, Jimin just was. I'm not trying to turn this into a Jimin thing and shit. He started off the video kind of with the joint, with the thing, and then the falsetto. You know, I'm a falsetto guy. Almost any nigga that sound like Adam Levine or Slim from 112.
Tenor. That's his voice type.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but it just though I always say falsetto because when those
He got
tenors,
those light,
when
delicate
those
voices.
light tenor voices hit the falsettos, it always sound a bit more unique and different to me.
Cause,
than,
and that's
most
the
people.
thing, because you know sometimes they okay. Well, what the fuck do you mean? Because he can hit a falsetto too.
Yeah,
so a
yeah.
falsetto is a note. Tenor.
A tenor is the voice type
He's
that
the
can do it.
baritone.
He's the baritone, so
Yeah.
his is going to be a heavier voice. But yes, for the intellectual music snobs,
Choir directors and
the
shit.
choir directors like listening to us. Yeah, it's anytime I hear a unique tenor who can hit like certain voices in different pitches and everything like that. That's kind of what always kind of go
That's
over the
literally
top.
how I bias him vocally, because I like the strong, more like. How did I say this?
You like
without
the
being offensive?
Casey and JoJo's.
Yeah, because Casey's a baritone, but I like JoJo too, and he got the amazing upper register. So
Would you
know,
say
I like-
Timber?
No, I love strong, manly voices, but it's not just like a gender thing too. Because with women, I love deeper voiced female singers too.
Me too.
Anita Baker,
Anita.
Aaliyah, Mariah Carey
Carey
can go low
can
when
go
she
low
wants
if
to.
she want to,
Whitney
but-
can do whatever she wants to. Whitney and Mariah can do whatever she wants to. Mary J. Blige is how she sings in that lower. I love singers in general who sing in
like Adele too.
who have strong lower register, as well as, you know, being able to belt out a falsetto at any given moment, especially a controlled one. I think he doesn't get the amount of credit he deserves for how controlled he could be at times or whatever like that. And, you know,
God bless your soul, you sweet angel.
oh my God, thank you. Get you a young like this. But yeah, just the amount of control and kind of just pizzazz that he has
Yeah, because
when he does
I've
his
never
notes
heard
and
his voice sound shaky if he went lower. It's never been a point. I've never heard him strain.
Yeah,
And that's on lives and that's anything else I've never heard.
And which people have to understand, because I caught a lot of flack for that last year on one video. A lot of singers strain. A lot of people strain. Some of the best singers strain. Some people, that's just part of their technique.
And if it was ever like a quote unquote time to strain, I feel like K-pop would be it, just because of the choreo and everything else that you also have to do a part of set
I think
performances.
people don't
and stuff
understand
like
how
that.
hard it is to sing with perfect technique and hit, you know, kind of dynamic notes and everything like that. The two kind of clash a lot unless you're like world-class vocalists who've received like a lifetime of vocal training. That shit goes into that. You know, you're pulling from, you know, your diaphragm and everything like that. That shit takes a lot. So if you have to do that to hit kind of notes that are like certain people can hit, like if you gotta go to do that, it's
After fucking 4 minutes of just like,
yeah. It's like if you're doing all of that shit and then you're trying to do perfect technique to hit that. A lot of times it takes a lot of energy. Y'all be wanting 23 fucking songs. I'm y'all, so you know, like you know, I think people have to understand like it's all that goes in it. It doesn't make them any less of people or vocalists, performers, anything like that when someone is straining. But clearly, if you see, funny, spill some beans here. I'm gonna have a new vocal coach soon. I actually gave him a ride and everything, and he put him onto the channel, and I showed him some videos, and he confirmed some things that I said about people straining. He said when you see that, like someone's veins popping out, and they're clearly like, you know, they're putting a lot of emphasis into that. And so if the note they're hitting when they're doing that isn't like kind of like some earth-shattering shit, that's bad technique, and it will kind of like hurt your voice in the long run. It may sound good now, or people, you know, go crazy, but in the long run, if you don't kind of develop a better technique for it, it will destroy your voice. But anyway, back to happier things. Kimte Yanka. But like I said, I just like how controlled his lower register is, and then it doesn't change when he wants to go high. You know, his mixed voice is actually pretty good too, where he's mixing head and chest, and he's shouting through the city with a little song. You know, whenever he wants to hit that, it is perfect in there too. So that's great. As far as this song, I think this song was cool. Like I said, I love that 60s kind of like supper party swing. It kind of, I felt that had to it. That's what it felt like. He was performing in like Miami and like one of those clubs and shit where you see all the stuffy mob boss motherfuckers.
So not him at a prohibition fucking
Hey, not prohibition.
speakeasy.
It was a little bit more developed times.
Speakeasy.
Later, it was a little bit more developed. There was an electric guitar,
Ironically, they did start off with the electric guitar too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was an electric guitar in there, not the old banjo or something. But yeah, just those like stuffy dinner parties. He seems like very Kim Tae-young, the rich man's entertainer. Like something like that. This is kind of how it feels.
The rich man's entertainment.
The rich man's entertainer.
Yeah, it's what it is.
It's the classic
just
man
classic.
pop.
Yeah, I'm good. How you feel? Kurt?
Yeah, but I listen to Kim Tae-young. I don't know that shit.
Funny as shit.
I listen to Kim Tae-young.
We go to gala this evening.
I hear Kim Tae-young's performance. Oh, you don't know who Kim Tae-young is? Oh, poo. Shame on you. It should be like,
Shall we take the limo or the Maserati?
how about we chop her there?
Well, hey, I sound like a whole bunch of me.
Curtis, did you hear Kim Tae-young is performing tonight?
Well, I know it is not.
So, let me guess. You must be the
Indubitably.
Monopoly
Russell
guy.
plans to be here.
Indubitably.
How suave.
I'll see you there.
Let's.
Invite the lady. We'll make it a foursome.
So,
You're canceled.
A foursome is a term used by people when it's four people.
I'm aware. I didn't take it nowhere else.
Oh, I was about to say.
you're gonna be there like. Nah, honestly, like this honestly was really incredible. I will say. You got me saying that voice again.
You was about to give your whole spill like, it's amazing. The kinetic energy.
No, I will say, definitely echoing your guys' thoughts and sentiments. Definitely V's voice. I do love his tenor and how unique it is, and obviously we can't say enough good things about that. And then clearly when we get into the In the Soups and other variety content, what we see of his personality, like he is incredible, and also like even the runs, like how we see how sneaky he can be, and just how like there's such a youthful, fun energy with him as well. But it's always on like a more low key kind of side. Which I like, kind of ironically, like how Hope is more high key, kind of in his eccentricness. Kind of, he's willing to show. It feels like V is like very much kindred in that same spirit and energy, but just more reserved. Kind of, at least from what I've seen of In the Soups
like,
and
give me
more of some of the run episodes. But basically, all that to say is just like all around, you can't help but love him for sure, and definitely shouting out some of those aspects for Tay Day, of course. But I did really like a lot of the aspects of this song for sure. He does have that incredible soulfulness, as you had said. It almost feels like someone could be like snapping in between like his words. Kind of keeping with some of that jazzy, old school feel, as you had said, 50s, 60s. Seemingly, and honestly, it does seem like a lot of his inspirations or some of the sources that he pulls from is kind of from a little bit of that time period. And I don't know, of course, as far as the album, if he's going to give us more of that kind of vibe or anything, or he's going to decide to kind of go a different direction or anything. But nonetheless, he certainly has the talent to do so. Everything with the song, I do love kind of the juxtaposition between, as we had said, the snow and the flower. Ironically, almost like how you see moonflowers, how they grow only in night. I am curious to know if there are flowers that specifically grow in snow, because they kept referencing white flower.
So.
But nonetheless, I just thought that was really incredible, basically saying that, going from this winter, this cold, this despair almost, to basically, what is going to represent that light for us and being that connection between the two. And essentially really bridging the two seasons between, the death and the rebirth, so to speak.
I like how you put the "make me a better man."
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought that was pretty.
And that's
dope.
honestly just
You make me want to be a better man.
Snowdrops, White Jasmine, a couple other joints that can all like.
No, that's incredible, and I just love the kind of wordplay in that. And honestly, just as a metaphor for what that says about a relationship, even if you're going through a cold spell or a dry spell, that's going to be something that lasts through that winter. I just feel like there's so much nature subtext to those things, and I just think that's incredible. But I did want to briefly touch on a couple things, and of course, this isn't my reaction necessarily. This is just information I had found afterwards, so I'm not going to act like I know any of these things, of course. But the one thing I did want to say was before I get into that next segment was, I like how he said there was the gray is falling on the canvas, and basically you can just cover it white. And I love the metaphor of that, basically saying like, I'm in the gray, I'm in the drought kind of aspect of where I'm at in my life, and basically saying you not only paint the white, basically saying like keeping with the winter metaphors, of course, but essentially a white canvas is a brand new slate.
A fresh start.
It's a fresh start. So painting the gray white is literally the wordplay of saying you're giving me a fresh start. You're erasing all this kind of darkness within me. So I just thought that was incredible wordplay as well. But one thing I did want to touch on with your warmth will melt my blue and gray away. On Genius Lyrics, what kind of does a little bit of a deeper delve, it said that Blue and Gray was originally intended to be on his mixtape. And that was something either I hadn't known or had at least forgotten. And basically the group liked it so much that they decided.
Someone brought that up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, when we reacted
to it, someone we talked about it before.
Yeah, so just bringing that back up again is basically saying the group liked it so much that they decided for it to be on the B album. So I thought that was really incredible that he was also tying in his unique story with this song to something that was incredibly personal to him, at least, for it, and for it to become the song that it became on the B album and everything. I just thought nonetheless that was really great way of exercising kind of that usage of the metaphor. And I thought, of course, the deeper tenor voice, I don't want to misspeak in saying that, but baritone voice for sure was definitely something that carried forth a lot of that as well. And then basically just getting into Peakboy's verse, honestly, he had one of the standout lines for me. And this is something that he said there's a lot of white angels here and there this year, but basically looking up the behind the scenes of that, he revealed in his Instagram story December 29th of last year 2021 that would be, was that he said specifically that he wrote that line as a metaphor for the medical staff that had to work through the pandemic, wearing the white lab coats, and basically saying that they were the white angels that kind of carried us forth from that darkness to some of that bright kind of spring. They were the ones that kind of lit some of the light. And I just thought that was such a beautiful line. And honestly, I'm not trying to take away from anything from V, but just that is kind of really what is like the standout line for me in this song. And of course I love the pair between the two and everything like that, but it was I just found that line to be so beautiful, and for it to be in this song.
It was funny enough, he preceded that with "When the world turns white, I'll spread those faded colors with you." I thought that was kind of dope too, implying, just being together no matter what happens.
And it almost feels like
but they don't go away.
It turns what could be just a love song, and not to say it's anything less than that, of course. I mean, it's an incredible love song, but it just makes it so much more human. I feel like at the end of that, where it's like it's no longer just I need to love you or our love for each other is going to get us through this on a romantic level or a sexual level or anything like that, but on just a human level, like our kinship in each other is going to get us through this, and it just feels so incredibly relevant and staying. Like it has such a staying power through that, and I just thought that's such an incredible line. To kind of tie through that, basically, those on the front lines who kind of got us through that. But nonetheless, I just thought that was a really, really beautiful line that I wanted to touch on. And honestly, the last thing I was really going to say about that, I like how I want to say the hook, if I'm not mistaken.
What the hook going to be?
It was basically when the world is full of white flowers, may our feelings grow deeper and deeper. But basically, the May, spring, April showers bring May flowers. So the May our flowers kind of, or may our feelings grow deeper and deeper. Basically, that's the sprouting time of the spring. So I just thought connecting the winter metaphors of the the white canvas and such to that our feelings deepening, kind of again playing on almost like a seed being planted and kind of sprouting. I just thought that was incredibly beautiful. So really, it's of course everything that they did with their voices and their inflections is certainly allowed or certainly carries the emotion behind the words. But I just wanted to highlight a little bit more of kind of the lyrics themselves that definitely stood out to me for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm just interested to see a little bit more of some stuff we really haven't reacted to as far as V-Day goes. Sure. I was talking to Kurt and told him that we haven't done Stigma or Singularity, like no live performances on the channel and shit. I don't think so.
Yes, he did.
No, I don't think so. Even when I just re-looked at it too on our joint, we did the video for both A Color Coded. And I ain't see it on.
We didn't do no Singularity live.
They said
I swear we did.
Unless there was a compilation.
Unless it was a compilation.
Like a fan thing.
I mean, I don't got no problem doing it over again, but I could have swore we did do that.
Someone literally, I know for like the past 4 months, people just been like asking for, even before his birthday came here. They was.
I could have swore we did that shit, like both of them. I know for sure we did. One of them was through Rise of Bangtan, where they highlighted each member's like solo songs and stuff like that. But I thought we did one of those performances. I mean, like I said, let's get into it then.
Yeah, because like I said, sometimes I don't know everything. Sometimes if y'all niggas,
I know.
Truthfully, not that I mean, we'll look it up.
Yeah, because I thought
because remember, every birthday we do like a live.
But that also had an MV. It wasn't color coded.
Yeah, live though.
You know what was different though? Last year on his birthday and shit, it felt like we didn't do no V content until his birthday because the color coded wasn't even on YouTube for one of them. I think we did. I don't know why we did it that way and shit. Was it Stigma or Singularity? One of them, the video was on there as far as the Singularity then. The video was on there because you know how the video is like cut in half, kind of. Yeah. The video is on there, but the color coded is on Patreon. So it was like we had a deeper talk about the color coded, but no live was on there.
Okay, let's do it then. I mean, we did like 20 Dynamites.
Yeah. Shit, I told him on my Dynamite joint, I was like, man, listen, we love these fucking.
I was like, kick rocks.
Yeah, it's like kick rocks, man. Anything we like, we will keep doing that shit. Either fucking avoid the reaction or keep that shit going.
I like that.
But yeah, this joint was fire. Make sure you guys jump on the Patreon. We doing Stigma live. We doing Singularity live. What else? We got some other like V-centric
compilations.
stuff on here. High note compilations.
And you had just uploaded some of the Christmas.
Some of the Christmas stuff from V is already up on there. Going to jump into 4 o'clock today as well. I fucking wish we'd have did that Jen and V video to talk about it a little bit more. That shit is a banger,
Yes,
yo.
bro.
That shit is a banger.
I was hoping this was
That
like
shit like it's just so V got a lot of those like
the upbeat. I like that, the fact that it was upbeat, because I definitely thought it was gonna be slow.
I thought it was gonna be a ballad. That's probably what threw me off even more. Love you, Army. We're gonna holla at y'all.
Love yourself.
Peace.